Your Authentic Self. Exploring Identity and the Psychology of Personal Growth by Evan S. Parker. Introduction. The Power of Authenticity. In a world filled with noise, expectations, and constant comparison, being true to yourself is an act of courage. Authenticity is more than just a buzzword. It's a way of living that brings meaning, fulfillment, and clarity to life. When you live authentically, you align your actions, thoughts, and emotions with who you truly are, creating a life that feels both purposeful and freeing. But authenticity isn't always easy. Many of us have been conditioned to prioritize pleasing others over honoring ourselves. We've learned to wear masks to fit in, avoid conflict, or meet societal expectations. Over time, this detachment from our true selves can leave us feeling unfulfilled, disconnected, and unsure of our place in the world. The role of identity and personal growth. Your identity, how you see yourself and how you believe others see you, plays a central role in your personal growth. It shapes your decisions, influences your relationships, and impacts how you approach challenges. When your identity aligns with your core values, you create a foundation for emotional well-being and resilience. On the other hand, living out of sync with your authentic self can lead to stress, self-doubt, and feelings of inadequacy. True personal growth begins with understanding who you are at your core. By exploring your identity, uncovering the layers of conditioning, and learning to embrace vulnerability, you can unlock a deeper sense of self and step into the life you were meant to lead. A Journey Toward Your Authentic Self. This book is an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. Together, we'll explore what it means to live authentically, how to uncover the barriers holding you back, and the tools to realign with your true self. Along the way, you'll learn to embrace vulnerability, develop emotional awareness, and create space for personal growth. All essential elements for a life rooted in authenticity. Living authentically is not a one-time decision. It's a lifelong practice. By choosing to honor your true self each day, you pave the way for deeper connections, greater fulfillment, and a profound sense of inner peace. Let this book be your guide to discovering and living your most authentic life. Are you ready to take the first step? Let's begin. Thank you for inspiring us to keep creating content that resonates with you. If you find value in our content, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with a friend. Your support helps us grow and continue bringing you the best in mindset, spirituality, and personal growth. For more information about ebooks and helpful links, please visit the description below this video. Chapter 1. What does it mean to be authentic? Defining authenticity, living in alignment with your true self. At its core, authenticity means living a life that is true to who you are. It involves aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your core values, beliefs, and desires. An authentic person is not afraid to show up as themselves, even when it's uncomfortable or goes against societal expectations. Authenticity is not about perfection or having all the answers. It's about being honest with yourself and others, embracing your uniqueness, and letting go of the need to constantly seek validation. When you live authentically, you approach life with integrity and confidence, knowing that you are honoring your true essence. But authenticity is also a deeply personal journey. It requires self-awareness and the willingness to explore who you are beyond the roles you play, the labels you wear, or the expectations imposed by others. To be authentic, you must ask yourself, who am I when no one else is watching? Common barriers to authenticity, societal pressures, and self-doubt. Living authentically can feel like a daunting challenge in a world that often rewards conformity. From a young age, many of us are taught to prioritize fitting in over standing out. Whether it's meeting family expectations, adhering to cultural norms, or succumbing to peer pressure, the message is clear: be who others want you to be, not who you truly are. Societal pressures can lead us to adopt masks, personas we wear to gain acceptance, avoid judgment, or achieve success. Over time, these masks can become so ingrained that we lose sight of our authentic selves. Self-doubt is another major obstacle to authenticity. Fear of rejection, criticism, or failure can keep us from fully expressing ourselves. Thoughts like, what if I'm not good enough? Or what will people think? Create a cycle of second-guessing and insecurity. It's important to recognize these barriers for what they are: learned behaviors and thought patterns, not unchangeable truths. By identifying the forces that hold you back, you take the first step toward reclaiming your authenticity. The psychological benefits of embracing who you truly are. Choosing to live authentically has profound effects on your mental and emotional well-being. Studies in psychology show that individuals who align with their true selves experience greater life satisfaction, resilience, and emotional stability. Here's why. Reduced stress. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you free yourself from the mental and emotional exhaustion of maintaining a facade. Improve relationships. Authenticity fosters deeper connections. When you show up as your true self, you attract people who appreciate and value you for who you are. Increased confidence. Embracing your uniqueness helps you feel more secure in your abilities and decisions. Heightened self-awareness. Authenticity encourages introspection, helping you better understand your needs, desires, and purpose. Living authentically doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean approaching those challenges with clarity, courage, and a sense of self-worth. Reflection. Take a moment to consider the ways you may already be living authentically and where you might be holding back. What mask do you wear? What societal expectations weigh on you? By answering these questions, you begin the process of peeling back the layers to reveal your authentic self. Authenticity is not about becoming someone new. It's about rediscovering who you've been all along. The journey is worth it, and it starts right here. Chapter 2. The Formation of Identity. How identity develops through experiences, culture, and upbringing. Your identity is like a tapestry, woven together by the threads of your life experiences, cultural background, and upbringing. From childhood, we begin forming an understanding of who we are based on the environments we grow up in, the values instilled by family, and the lessons learned through interactions with others. Experiences, both positive and negative, shape the way we see ourselves. For example, being praised for certain traits or achievements may reinforce those aspects of our identity, while moments of failure or criticism can make us question our worth. Culture also plays a significant role in identity formation. Traditions, norms, and shared values provide a sense of belonging and influence how we view the world and ourselves within it. For instance, someone raised in a collectivist culture may prioritize family and community over individual desires, while someone from an individualistic culture may place a higher value on personal freedom and self-expression. Our upbringing, the parenting styles we were exposed to, the socio-economic conditions we lived in, and the relationships we formed, acts as a foundation for how we understand our place in the world. These early influences set the stage for the development of our beliefs, values, and behaviors, which in turn shape our sense of self. The role of self-perception and external influences. While identity starts from within, it is often shaped by how we perceive ourselves and how we believe others perceive us. Self-perception is the internal dialogue we have about who we are, our strengths, weaknesses, aspirations, and fears. It's influenced by our experiences, but also by the expectations and judgments of those around us. External influences, such as societal standards, media representations, and peer pressure, can further mold our identity. These forces often create a tension between being true to ourselves and conforming to external expectations. For instance, you might feel pressure to pursue a certain career path because it aligns with societal definitions of success, even if it doesn't align with your passions. The interplay between self-perception and external influences can lead to a dynamic and sometimes conflicting sense of identity. Learning to balance these forces, valuing your unique perspective while acknowledging external realities, is a key step in living authentically. Differentiating between your core identity and societal roles. It's essential to distinguish between your core identity, who you are at your essence, and the societal roles you play. Your core identity includes your values, passions, beliefs, and intrinsic qualities. It's the part of you that remains constant, even as circumstances and external labels change. Societal roles, on the other hand, are the identities we adopt in specific contexts: student, parent, professional, friend. While these roles are an important part of life, they do not define your entire being. Problems arise when we become overly attached to these roles or mistake them for our true selves. For example, someone who identifies solely as their profession might feel lost or unfulfilled when they retire or change careers. Similarly, defining yourself exclusively by your relationships, such as being a parent or partner, can lead to a diminished sense of self if those roles shift. To differentiate between your core identity and societal roles, ask yourself, what aspects of me would remain unchanged if I lost my current role or title? Are my values and passions reflected in the way I live my life? Reflection. Understanding the formation of identity is not about rejecting your past or the roles you play. It's about recognizing the influences that shape you and consciously deciding which aspects align with your true self. Identity is not static. It evolves as you grow and gain new insights. By exploring the layers of your identity, you can uncover the authentic self beneath the expectations, labels, and societal pressures. This journey of self-discovery leads to greater clarity, empowerment, and alignment with the life you're meant to live. Chapter 3. Recognizing the masks we wear. Identifying the roles and personas we adopt to fit in. Throughout life, we learn to wear different masks to navigate social situations, meet expectations, or gain approval. These masks often take the form of roles or personas that we adopt to fit in. For instance, you might play the role of the overachiever at work, the peacemaker in your family, or the life of the party among friends. Even if those roles don't reflect your true feelings or desires, these masks are not inherently bad. They can help us adapt to various environments and maintain harmony in relationships. However, when these roles overshadow our authentic selves, they can lead to feelings of disconnection, frustration, and even identity confusion. Ask yourself, are there situations where I feel like I'm performing rather than being myself? Do I prioritize how I'm perceived over how I truly feel? How fear of rejection or judgment leads to inauthentic behavior. At the heart of many masks is the fear of rejection or judgment. We worry that if others see us as we truly are, with our flaws, vulnerabilities, and unique quirks, they might not accept us. This fear often stems from past experiences where authenticity was met with criticism, ridicule, or dismissal. Over time, we internalize these fears, convincing ourselves that who we are isn't enough. As a result, we may suppress our true opinions, hide our emotions, or adopt behaviors that don't align with our values. This inauthenticity can create a cycle of self-doubt and dissatisfaction, making it harder to connect with others on a genuine level. Ironically, the more we try to protect ourselves by wearing masks, the more we distance ourselves from meaningful relationships. Authenticity is what fosters trust, vulnerability, and connection. By clinging to personas, we deprive ourselves of the opportunity to be truly seen and accepted. Exercises to uncover where you might be hiding your true self. Uncovering the mask we wear requires honest reflection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. The following exercises can help you identify where you might be hiding your true self. The mirror test. Stand in front of a mirror and ask yourself, who am I trying to please or impress? Is this version of me aligned with my values and desires? Write down any observations about situations where you feel most disconnected from your true self. Role inventory. List all the roles you play in your life, e.g., parent, friend, employee, leader. For each role, reflect on how much of my true self is present in this role. What aspects of myself do I suppress or exaggerate in this role? Authenticity journaling. Spend a few minutes each day writing about moments when you felt particularly authentic or inauthentic. Pay attention to what triggered your behavior, how you felt during and after the interaction, what you might do differently next time to stay true to yourself. Feedback from trusted individuals. Ask someone you trust to share their perspective on how they see you. Do they notice times when you seem to be holding back or putting on a facade? Their insights might help you recognize masks you weren't aware of. Visualization exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a situation where you feel free to be entirely yourself. Visualize how you would act, speak, and feel. Compare this version of you to how you typically behave in similar situations. This contrast can highlight areas where you're not fully authentic. Reflection. The journey to authenticity begins with awareness. By identifying the masks you wear and understanding the fears driving them, you empower yourself to make conscious choices about how you show up in the world. While letting go of these personas can feel risky, the reward is profound. A life where you feel seen, valued, and accepted, not for the roles you play, but for the person you truly are. Chapter 4. Overcoming Self-Limiting Beliefs. How beliefs about yourself shape your actions and mindset. Your beliefs act as the foundation of your actions, shaping how you see the world and yourself within it. These beliefs often develop over time, influenced by experiences, upbringing, and societal expectations. Positive beliefs can empower you, pushing you to take risks and embrace opportunities. Conversely, self-limiting beliefs can act as invisible barriers, holding you back from reaching your full potential. For example, if you believe, "I'm not good at public speaking," you may avoid situations where you could practice and improve the skill. Over time, this avoidance reinforces the belief, creating a self-fulfilling cycle. Similarly, thoughts like, "I don't deserve success," or "I'm not smart enough," can stifle growth and perpetuate feelings of inadequacy. Self-limiting beliefs often operate beneath the surface, subtly guiding your choices and behavior. To reclaim your authenticity, you must first bring these beliefs into the light and recognize their influence. Recognizing and challenging the inner critic. The inner critic is the voice inside your mind that amplifies self-doubt, highlights your perceived flaws, and questions your worthiness. This voice is often rooted in fear or past criticism, echoing negative messages you've internalized over the years. While the inner critic might believe it's protecting you from failure or rejection, it ultimately holds you back. To challenge your inner critic, start by noticing when it speaks up. Pay attention to negative thoughts or self-defeating language. For instance, if you hear yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough to try this," pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact, or is it an assumption? Would I say this to a friend in the same situation? What evidence exists to counter this belief? By questioning your inner critic, you weaken its power and create space for more constructive, compassionate thoughts. Tools for replacing limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Overcoming self-limiting beliefs requires more than recognizing them. You need to actively replace them with empowering truths. Here are practical tools to help. Affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that counteract self-limiting beliefs. For instance, if you struggle with feelings of inadequacy, affirmations like "I am capable and worthy of success" can help reframe your mindset. Repeat affirmations daily, especially during moments of doubt. Reframing techniques. Reframing involves looking at a limiting belief from a different perspective. For example, limiting belief, "I always fail at new things." Reframe, "Every failure is a stepping stone toward growth and learning." This shift allows you to see challenges as opportunities instead of obstacles. Visualization. Visualization helps you imagine a version of yourself free from limiting beliefs. Close your eyes and picture yourself confidently achieving a goal or handling a situation with ease. Focus on how it feels to embody this empowered version of yourself. Visualization reinforces positive self-images and strengthens your belief in what's possible. Gratitude practice. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Each day, list 3 things you're grateful for about yourself: qualities, skills, or achievements. Gratitude fosters self-appreciation and diminishes the hold of self-limiting beliefs. Cognitive behavioral journaling. Use a journal to track self-limiting beliefs and their origins. Write down the belief and the situation that triggered it, evidence supporting and opposing the belief, a more empowering belief to adopt instead. For example, trigger, "I didn't get the promotion." Limiting belief, "I'm not good enough." Evidence against, "I've received positive feedback from my team." Empowering belief, "This is an opportunity to refine my skills and grow." Surround yourself with positivity. The people and environments you engage with influence your mindset. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and support you. Seek out books, podcasts, or communities that encourage personal growth and self-belief. Reflection. Overcoming self-limiting beliefs is a continuous process. With patience, self-awareness, and consistent practice, you can dismantle the barriers that hold you back and replace them with empowering truths. Each step you take towards silencing your inner critic and reshaping your beliefs is a step closer to living authentically and fulfilling your potential. You have the power to rewrite your narrative and embrace a life defined by confidence, resilience, and self-love. Chapter 5. Building Emotional Awareness. The role of emotional intelligence in authenticity. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions and those of others. It serves as a cornerstone for living authentically, as it fosters self-awareness and deeper connections with others. By developing emotional intelligence, you gain insight into how your feelings influence your thoughts, decisions, and behavior. Authenticity requires being honest with yourself about your emotions. Many people suppress their true feelings to avoid discomfort, conflict, or vulnerability, but this disconnection from emotions can lead to inner turmoil and a lack of fulfillment. When you build emotional awareness, you begin to align your actions with your genuine feelings, creating a sense of harmony and integrity in your life. Learning to recognize and express your true emotions. The first step in building emotional awareness is learning to identify your emotions accurately. This might seem simple, but emotions are often complex and layered. For example, anger may mask underlying feelings of fear or sadness. To recognize your true emotions, pause and reflect. When you feel a surge of emotion, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Avoid jumping to conclusions or dismissing your feelings. Name the emotion. Try to label the emotion you're experiencing. Are you feeling anxious, excited, frustrated, or joyful? Naming your emotion helps you take ownership of it and reduces its intensity. Identify triggers. Reflect on what caused the emotion. Was it an external event, a memory, or an unmet expectation? Understanding the source helps you address it constructively. Expressing your emotions is just as vital as recognizing them. Bottling up your feelings can lead to stress, resentment, and disconnection from others. Here are ways to express your emotions authentically. Use I statements. Instead of blaming others, focus on your feelings. For example, say, I feel hurt when this happens, rather than, you always make me upset. Practice assertiveness. Communicate your emotions clearly and respectfully. Assertiveness allows you to set boundaries while maintaining healthy relationships. Creative outlets. Art, music, journaling, or physical movement can help you release and express emotions in a constructive way. Techniques for cultivating emotional clarity and resilience. Emotional clarity and resilience are essential for navigating life's challenges authentically. They allow you to process emotions without being overwhelmed and to bounce back from setbacks. Here are techniques to develop these skills. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness encourages you to observe your emotions without judgment. Spend a few minutes each day sitting quietly and paying attention to your thoughts and feelings. Notice how emotions manifest in your body: tight shoulders, a fluttering heart, or a clenched jaw. Mindfulness helps you respond to emotions with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Emotional check-ins. Set aside time each day to check in with your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What triggered this emotion? How can I honor and express this feeling authentically? Regular check-ins help you stay attuned to your emotional state and prevent feelings from building up unnoticed. Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when difficult emotions arise. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling sad, anxious, or angry, remind yourself that emotions are natural and temporary. Practice self-compassion by saying, it's okay to feel this way. I'm doing my best. Emotion regulation techniques. Building resilience means learning to regulate your emotions in healthy ways. Try these strategies. Deep breathing. Take slow, deep breaths to calm your nervous system. Grounding exercises. Focus on your senses to stay present, such as noticing the texture of an object or the sound of your breath. Positive reframing. Shift your perspective to find opportunities for growth in challenging situations. Empathy development. Cultivating empathy for others strengthens your emotional intelligence and enriches your relationships. Practice active listening and imagine how others might feel in different situations. This not only deepens your connections, but also helps you better understand your own emotions. Reflection. Building emotional awareness is a lifelong practice that unlocks your potential for living authentically. By understanding and embracing your emotions, you create a solid foundation for personal growth, meaningful relationships, and inner peace. As you become more emotionally aware, you'll find that authenticity flows naturally. Your emotions will guide you toward what truly matters, allowing you to live in alignment with your values and desires. Emotional awareness is not just a skill, it's a pathway to a more fulfilling and connected life. Chapter 6. Embracing Vulnerability. Why vulnerability is key to authenticity and connection. Vulnerability is often viewed as a weakness or something to avoid. In reality, it is a powerful force that strengthens authenticity and fosters deep, meaningful connections. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we stop pretending to be someone we're not and embrace who we truly are. This openness invites others to do the same, creating an environment of mutual trust and understanding. Authenticity requires vulnerability because it involves being honest about our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, especially the parts that feel raw, imperfect, or uncertain. When we show up as our true selves without the masks or facades, we allow others to see us, warts and all. This vulnerability doesn't make us weak. It makes us human. It allows us to form bonds with others who see us for who we really are, creating a sense of belonging and shared experience. By embracing vulnerability, we begin to experience life more fully and authentically. We stop hiding our fears, flaws, and mistakes, and instead we share them with others, opening the door to deeper connection, acceptance, and growth. The psychology of courage, letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is often rooted in a fear of being judged, rejected, or not measuring up. It convinces us that in order to be worthy of love, success, or acceptance, we must present a flawless version of ourselves to the world. However, perfectionism is a form of self-protection that ultimately keeps us from living authentically. The truth is, no one is perfect. Every person has flaws, vulnerabilities, and insecurities. When we let go of the need to be perfect, we create space for growth, learning, and real connection. Vulnerability requires courage because it asks us to expose those imperfect parts of ourselves to others and risk the possibility of judgment or failure. But the rewards of doing so are immense. Greater emotional intimacy, freedom from self-judgment, and the ability to embrace life's uncertainties. Here's how to overcome perfectionism and embrace vulnerability. Acknowledge the fear. Understand that perfectionism is a defense mechanism against the fear of judgment. Recognize that this fear is natural, but doesn't have to control you. Shift your mindset. See vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness. Remind yourself that embracing imperfection allows you to grow and connect with others more deeply. Challenge perfectionist thoughts. Notice when perfectionism arises and challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this desire for perfection serving me, or is it holding me back from being real? Embrace the process, not the outcome. Focus on the journey rather than the end result. Allow yourself to learn, evolve, and make mistakes along the way. Steps to open yourself up without fear of judgment. Opening yourself up to vulnerability can feel daunting, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Here are some steps you can take to embrace vulnerability without fear of judgment. Start small. You don't have to bare your soul to the world all at once. Begin by sharing your true thoughts or feelings with someone you trust. The more you practice vulnerability in small ways, the more confident you will become in expressing yourself authentically. Accept imperfection. Let go of the need to have everything figured out. Allow yourself to make mistakes and to be vulnerable about your struggles. Understand that being authentic means accepting both your strengths and weaknesses. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with people who are open, supportive, and non-judgmental. Being vulnerable becomes easier when you feel safe and accepted in your relationships. Find people who celebrate your authenticity rather than judge you for it. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you feel exposed or uncomfortable. Vulnerability can stir up insecurities, but self-compassion helps you soothe your inner critic. Remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect and that you are worthy of love and respect just as you are. Set boundaries. Vulnerability doesn't mean oversharing or exposing yourself to harmful people. It's important to know where to set boundaries and to protect yourself when necessary. Sharing your vulnerability with others should always feel empowering, not draining or unsafe. Let go of people-pleasing. Stop trying to please everyone around you. Understand that not everyone will accept or appreciate your vulnerability, and that's okay. Vulnerability is about showing up for yourself, not for the approval of others. Practice gratitude. Embrace vulnerability with a sense of gratitude. Be grateful for the opportunity to express yourself authentically and the connections that may come from it. Gratitude shifts your focus from fear to appreciation, making vulnerability feel less threatening. Reflection. Vulnerability is a gateway to personal growth and deeper connections. It is the courage to be imperfect, to expose your true self, and to embrace life with all its uncertainties. By letting go of perfectionism and embracing vulnerability, you step into a life of authenticity where you can experience genuine love, success, and fulfillment. The more you allow yourself to be vulnerable, the more you will uncover your true self and the deeper your connection will become with those around you. Vulnerability is not something to fear. It is something to celebrate. It is through vulnerability that we can truly live and love with an open heart. Chapter 7. Aligning actions with values. Identifying your core values and principles. To live authentically, it's essential to identify and connect with your core values. These are the beliefs and principles that guide your decisions, actions, and reactions in life. They represent what truly matters to you and serve as a compass for navigating life's challenges and opportunities. Identifying your core values begins with self-reflection. Take time to think about the moments in your life when you felt truly aligned with who you are. What were you doing? Who were you with? How did it feel? These moments can provide valuable insight into the values that resonate most deeply with you. Core values might include things like integrity, compassion, creativity, growth, independence, connection, freedom. Once you've identified your core values, write them down and reflect on them regularly. Knowing your values helps you make decisions that are in alignment with your authentic self. This clarity also strengthens your sense of purpose and provides a foundation for creating a meaningful life. The power of saying no to things that don't serve you. Living authentically requires boundaries, and one of the most powerful ways to establish those boundaries is by learning to say no. Saying no is a direct reflection of your values, as it is a way of prioritizing what truly matters to you over what doesn't. Saying no doesn't mean being selfish or rejecting opportunities for growth. Instead, it means being intentional about where you invest your time and energy. If an opportunity, relationship, or commitment does not align with your values, saying no is an act of self-respect. The ability to say no frees you from the obligations and distractions that prevent you from living in alignment with your authentic self. It allows you to focus on the things that nourish your soul and support your values. Here are some examples of when to say no. When asked to compromise your integrity or principles. When taking on too many responsibilities at the expense of your well-being. When faced with relationships or environments that drain your energy or undermine your values. When opportunities do not contribute to your personal growth or long-term goals. The power of saying no comes in its ability to preserve your energy and focus. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're a people pleaser or fear conflict. However, the more you practice saying no with confidence and compassion, the easier it becomes and the more aligned you'll feel in your life. Strategies for living a life consistent with your beliefs. Once you've identified your core values and learned the power of saying no, the next step is to create strategies for living a life that consistently reflects those beliefs. Set clear intentions. Begin each day with a clear intention to live in alignment with your values. This can be as simple as setting a daily goal that reflects your core principles or reminding yourself of your values before making key decisions. Make values-based decisions. When faced with choices, ask yourself, does this align with my values? By consistently making decisions that are in harmony with your core beliefs, you create a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Practice accountability. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to stay true to your values. Share your intentions with a trusted friend or mentor who can hold you accountable and help you stay on track when challenges arise. Create healthy routines. Develop daily habits that support your values. For example, if personal growth is one of your values, incorporate learning and self-reflection into your daily routine. If connection is a key value, prioritize time with loved ones. Check in with yourself regularly. Periodically assess how well you are living in alignment with your values. Are your actions matching your beliefs? If not, what needs to change? This self-reflection will help you stay grounded and focused on what matters most. Practice self-compassion. Living in alignment with your values isn't about perfection, it's about progress. There will be times when you falter or feel disconnected from your values. In those moments, practice self-compassion and remind yourself that each day is an opportunity to realign and refocus. Let go of toxic attachments. As you live more authentically, you may find that certain people or situations no longer serve your values. Letting go of these attachments, even if they've been part of your life for a long time, is a necessary step in maintaining alignment with your true self. Reflection. Aligning your actions with your values is the foundation for living an authentic, meaningful life. When you identify your core values, set clear intentions, and say no to things that don't serve you, you create space for personal growth, peace, and fulfillment. Living authentically isn't about perfection. It's about conscious, intentional action. By consistently living in accordance with your values, you cultivate a life that reflects who you truly are, allowing you to experience greater clarity, confidence, and inner peace. Chapter 8. Creating Space for Personal Growth. Why personal growth is an ongoing process, not a destination. Personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuously evolving, expanding your awareness, and becoming the best version of yourself over time. Many people mistakenly believe that personal growth has an endpoint, some final stage where they have arrived at the ideal version of themselves. However, this is not the case. True personal growth is an ongoing process of self-discovery, change, and adaptation. As you evolve, new challenges, opportunities, and insights will arise, requiring you to expand your mindset, skills, and self-awareness. Each stage of life offers new lessons, and personal growth occurs when you remain open and committed to learning and evolving at every step. Accepting that growth is a lifelong process frees you from the pressure of perfection. You no longer see yourself as finished or complete, but as a dynamic, ever-changing individual. This mindset enables you to embrace each stage of life with curiosity, confidence, and patience, knowing that growth will continue to unfold naturally. The connection between mindfulness and self-discovery. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. It is through mindfulness that you become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, which in turn opens the door to deeper self-discovery. When you practice mindfulness, you are able to observe your internal landscape with clarity rather than reacting to life on autopilot. This heightened awareness gives you the ability to notice patterns in your behavior, thought processes, and emotional reactions, allowing you to understand yourself more deeply. Mindfulness also helps you stay grounded in the present moment, which is essential for personal growth. Many people spend too much time ruminating on the past or worrying about the future, preventing them from experiencing the now. By practicing mindfulness, you shift your focus to the present moment, where true self-discovery and growth occur. Through mindfulness, you can recognize and challenge limiting beliefs, identify your emotional triggers, cultivate emotional resilience, develop a more compassionate relationship with yourself. The more you practice mindfulness, the greater your ability to navigate challenges and learn from them. It allows you to experience each moment of life as an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. Tips for fostering curiosity and learning about yourself daily. To continue your journey of personal growth, it's important to foster a sense of curiosity about yourself and the world around you. Curiosity is the fuel that drives self-discovery and keeps you engaged in your own development. Here are some tips for cultivating curiosity and learning about yourself on a daily basis. Ask yourself thoughtful questions. Take time each day to ask yourself meaningful questions that invite self-reflection. Questions like, what did I learn about myself today? Or how did I grow through this experience? Help you connect with your inner world and spark new insights. Practice self-reflection. Dedicate time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection, as it allows you to process experiences and gain clarity. Reflect on moments of joy, frustration, or challenge. What did they reveal about you? Be open to feedback. Embrace feedback from others as an opportunity for growth. People close to you can offer valuable perspectives that you may not see on your own. Be open to hearing constructive criticism without taking it personally. Use it as a tool for self-awareness and improvement. Step outside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. Engage in activities that challenge you or push you to learn new skills. Whether it's learning a new language, traveling to a new place, or taking on a new hobby, the more you challenge yourself, the more you'll discover about your strengths and weaknesses. Embrace change. Personal growth is rooted in change, so welcome it rather than resist it. Embrace the unknown and trust that every change is an opportunity for evolution. When you shift your perspective and see change as a positive force in your life, it becomes easier to move forward with confidence. Practice self-compassion. Curiosity about yourself requires a kind, non-judgmental approach. Be compassionate with yourself when you make mistakes or encounter challenges. Growth isn't linear, and it's important to treat yourself with love and understanding along the way. Surround yourself with inspiring people. The people you surround yourself with can have a profound impact on your personal growth. Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge your thinking, and support your journey. Engage in conversations that spark your curiosity and encourage you to think critically. Celebrate small wins. Personal growth doesn't always have to be about big accomplishments. Celebrate the small victories, whether it's learning a new concept, developing a new skill, or overcoming a challenge. These incremental achievements add up over time and help you stay motivated on your path. Make time for self-care. Growth is not just about mental or emotional development. It's also about taking care of your physical health. Make self-care a priority by ensuring you get enough rest, eat nourishing food, and engage in physical activities that help you feel energized and balanced. Stay curious about the world. Finally, personal growth extends beyond self-awareness. It also involves learning from the world around you. Stay curious about new ideas, cultures, and experiences. Read books, attend workshops, and seek out new perspectives. The more you learn about the world, the more you learn about yourself. Reflection. Creating space for personal growth is about cultivating an ongoing, intentional process of self-discovery. Through mindfulness, curiosity, and a commitment to learning, you can continue to evolve and become a more authentic, fulfilled version of yourself. Personal growth is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong journey, and the more you embrace the process, the more empowered and resilient you become. By consistently practicing these tips, you'll develop the clarity, confidence, and emotional resilience necessary for living an authentic, fulfilling life. Personal growth is a continuous unfolding, and by fostering curiosity and mindfulness, you open the door to limitless possibilities for who you can become. Conclusion. Recapping the journey of discovering your authentic self. Throughout this audiobook, we have explored the journey of discovering your authentic self, a journey rooted in self-awareness, emotional growth, and the courage to embrace who you truly are. From recognizing the mask we wear to building emotional awareness, overcoming limiting beliefs, and aligning our actions with our values, every chapter has guided us closer to understanding the importance of living authentically. The journey of discovering your authentic self is not about finding perfection or arriving at some final version of yourself. It's about embracing the ongoing process of self-discovery, making choices that reflect your true values, and staying open to the continuous evolution of who you are. Through each challenge and triumph, you have the power to step into the person you were always meant to be, someone who lives with purpose, clarity, and alignment with their deepest truths. Encouragement to continue living with purpose and alignment. As you move forward, remember that living authentically isn't a destination, but a path that evolves with you. It requires dedication, patience, and a willingness to shed old beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve your growth. In every moment, you have the choice to live in alignment with your true values, to act with intention, and to cultivate an emotional landscape that reflects your most authentic self. Embrace the journey, even when it feels difficult. Trust that the steps you take today, whether they are big leaps or small, incremental changes, are leading you toward the life you are meant to live. It's not always easy, but the rewards of emotional freedom, personal growth, and inner peace are worth every effort. A call to action. Embrace authenticity as a lifelong practice. I encourage you to embrace authenticity as a lifelong practice. Be patient with yourself as you uncover new layers of your true self, and remember that the path to authenticity isn't always linear. Celebrate each step along the way, each moment of growth, each revelation, and each choice to live with greater alignment and purpose. Let this be the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where you commit to living authentically, guided by the wisdom of your true self. Embrace the freedom that comes with shedding the expectations of others and honoring your own unique path. Your authentic self is waiting for you. It's time to step into the fullest expression of who you are. Keep moving forward with courage, curiosity, and love for the incredible journey of self-discovery. The world needs you to be exactly who you are. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. If you found value in today's content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more empowering audiobooks and insights. Make sure to check the description below for more information, links to our other content, and ways to stay connected with us. Your journey within starts here. Let's grow together. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and stay inspired.